Hey, happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? Got the chat up. Number one DSEK fan. I gotta see if I can figure out what that means without you telling me. What's up, Rock? What's up, Julian? 5 yen. What's up? What's up? What's up? As soon as you read the chapter title. Woo! Okay, as soon as you read the chapter title. Alright. I don't have it pulled up yet, but if you saying that, then goodness gracious. Happy Sunday, everybody. What's up, Valoni? What's going on? Happy Sunday to everybody. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday so far. Hopefully the music isn't overpowering me. I may have to turn it down on my end a little bit. Let's get some water. I'm good, man. I'm doing good. With the you know what? I'm gonna read you here. Why not? Maximize. I'm gonna put you here. I usually don't ever do that, so I don't have to look to the left, and I can just put the chapter directly in front of me. This is gonna be different. Yeah, so now I don't have to do this. I can just do this. I'm making. And then I can put this in the middle, so when I go to check it, yes, progress. I'm using my noggin. All right, so 297. Now I'm like to the point where I'm checking weekly to make sure our chapter's out, so I'm not setting anything up for nothing. I'm excited. I'm excited to see if indeed Vestige for All and what he was saying last week is true, and we're not going to waste any time. I can't wait to start the chapter and see if that's actually the case, or if there actually is going to be a little bit of downtime, and then we're going to get into it. That's what I'm excited to see for today. All right. I don't have the chapter pulled up now. I'm clicking on the chapter right now, full screen. Tartarus. I don't think we're wasting any time. What's up, Julian? Let me get the heater. Good old trusty heater. It's cold out here. Good old trusty heater. All right. Counter Quirk Maximum Security Special Prison, aka Tartarus. This is the first time we're really getting a good look at Tartarus, right? We always catch Tartarus from the side. A detention facility constructed in the open waters about 5 kilometers from the mainland. Though nominally, a prison, the facility effectively serves as a dumping ground for individuals who threaten or have threatened public safety and security to a drastic extent. Regardless of sentencing status, these individuals are incarcerated and heavily monitored in Tartarus. As such, people with a wide range of quirks are locked within its walls and divided up amongst 6 cell blocks, depending on the danger of their quirks, represent and the severity of their cases. The more dangerous the individual, the deeper they're kept within the prison. Tartarus is the dark side of quirk society, and it is said that anyone in prison there will never again emerge alive. Rock is just talking about Attack on Titan. I wonder how deep underwater. And what's up, Milton? This is my hero time. We're gonna let this be my hero time. It's my hero time. I wonder how deep Tartarus goes. Have they mentioned to us before how deep Tartarus goes? Like, so, like, how deep underwater does this thing actually go? And what's crazy? Keep reading. I will. You guys got me excited for this. It's okay, Rock. What's interesting is how they say no matter the sentence time, right? No matter, regardless of sentencing status. That's different than time. That's different than time. Sentencing status. So no matter what they've been, well, I don't know. It's basically like a supermax for the supermax. Interesting that no one will ever come back from Tartarus. All for one's about to change that. 297 Tartarus. We're going on to page 2. 8:34 p.m. mainland gate. I'm at the top of page 2. I'm gonna go single page. AKA the Bronze Gate. That's a Nomu. No, that's a Nomu? No, it's not. How do we pronounce this? Anas 12. Yo, that mid-villain Shiggy is crazy. Nice try, but mid doesn't work around here. How do you even pronounce his name? Gyges? Briarios? Wow. This design for him looks crazy, though. The Bronze Gate. 3. Trigger a code red security alert. These are the villain. These are the robots from the UA exam, but they got guns on them. Holy crap! Oh wait, we're not. So we actually aren't wasting any time. He's got 4 arms. He's got 6 arms. 6 arms or 4? I see 1, 2, 3 sets on one side. Gauges? I don't know how the hell you pronounce his name. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 8 arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's got 10 arms. He's got 10 arms on one side. Or is this? That's a left hand. That's a left hand. That's a left hand. That's a left hand. And then there's another hand up by his head. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arms on one side. Holy crap. The guards look like demons. Yeah, because Tartarus is the Greek version of hell, right? What's up, MP? What's up, MP? This dude looks I'm on the bottom of 3. Looks crazy. I started it early, yes. I did. I don't know if anyone was in the stream, but I commented before I started the stream, like, I'm starting this thing early. How do we pronounce this name? NW is usually the person I go to this for. I wish I had 6 arms. I kind of do too. We need a code red now. They killed my brother. It looks sick. Gyges. I honestly don't know how to say either of their names. Well, I'm pretty sure the one that got killed, Briarios. Though, yeah, those brothers are the Greek guardians of the Tartarus myth. Okay, that's really cool. That's really. Ooh! Oh, I'm a 4. How uninspiring! Oh my gosh, dude, look at that. Just call him Greg. I'm game. Can I zoom in one more? Do you see the bottom of page 4? What Shiggy's letting off? I'm pretty sure that's the same thing he did with the Nomus, right? Sheesh. Ew. Don't worry, guys. I read Percy Jackson. I'm a Greek expert. It's pronounced G, so like, or G or G. G guess or G guess? G or G? Love this chapter. This is like G, not J. So G guess. G guess. Okay. Call him Greg. All right. I'm making my way through this chapter. I'm sorry, guys. Tartarus B10, deepest stratum. Stratum? Stratum. I'll go with stratum. I'm just making sure there's not. Okay, I'm not missing a double panel. All right. I'm on the top of 5. I hear we're welcoming the Big Oaf to his new home tomorrow morning. Like G as in good. Oh. So, like G. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I hear we're welcoming the Big Oaf to his new home tomorrow morning. Yeah, Gigantomachia. He's all mush face. He's all mush face as goon, right? What, they couldn't kill that thing? Nope. Guns are useless against a giant like him. And since he's human, they wouldn't just blow him to bits with a missile. I think you should. Human? Hardly. More like a disaster on legs or a wild beast. Just like the rest of the animals we've got locked up here. Their uniforms kind of remind me of Shiketsu's uniforms. Cut it out, you know we're being recorded. The Hearts and Mind party may be dissolved, but its factions won't let this golden chance pass them by. And we've got our hands full with accusations of human rights violation. You don't know where something will be leaked from. You know I'm right though, that's interesting. Getting some of the politics of running a place as crazy as Tartarus. I like that. Touching on that just a little bit. 6. Oh, look at Kurogiri. Is that stain in the bottom right? I'm seeing fists in the wall, so quite possibly the guy in the upper right. Quite possibly the guy in the upper right is muscular. Could the person on the left be Moonfish, or are these just all new people? This person could be Chisaki. This is Shirakumo. That totally is all for one in the bottom left. Bottom right is that stain. Interesting. Who is this in the middle though? The girl. I don't know. Am I just guessing? These all honestly, these all could be like random people or new characters. But if I'm just like thinking, I see fists in the wall on the upper right. I'm thinking that's muscular. Moonfish was always bound up. And it looks like he's slamming his face on the wall. That possibly could be Moonfish. Maybe this is Chisaki, or it could be a new character. We don't know. I don't know who this girl could be. This is obviously Shirakumo Kurogiri, and we got the face mask, so I think that's all for one. All right. Well, I didn't even read the stuff on it. They might walk and talk like people. But these disgusting beings only managed to mingle with society as long as they did, because quirks have warped our standards for humanity. Okay. Page 6. I'm moving to page 7. Code red security alert. Intruders detected. Code red security alert. Now sealing off every floor. All staff be on high alert. The gate. And after everything that's happened, what terrible timing. No, it's perfect timing for them. Wait, unless they came here after escaping, we're really not wasting any time. This is crazy. He's not playing no games. I'm moving over to 8. All right, all right. Zooming in. Double page? No. Look at how the bridge is segmented. That's cool. Bridge is being lowered. Cotis deploying. Cotis? I'm gonna say Cotis deploying. Targeting to kill. Look at the gnome. Jeez. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Moving over to 9. Ah. I said this is my body. Ooh. Master. Awake now, are you? No, I'm prescribing a good long rest. The hyper regeneration isn't working very well. I need you to be healthy. Why? Hmm. 10. Top of 10. Top of 10. Shiggy's still in there. Oh, I love that. I love that. The split. But you're the one who said to give my body a break. Yes, after I do what I must. It's my body, give it back. Oh, but wasn't it you who desired my power? You spat upon the world that didn't so much as extend a helping hand. If you notice how from the last chapter to this chapter that, oh my gosh. You spat upon the world so that didn't so much as extend a helping hand. And you desired the strength to make good on your hatred. This is the result of your powerful will. You brought this all about, and isn't that what really matters? I want to hear what he has to say. Man, he needs to stop calling him master, because at this point it should be obvious, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I won't be your stinking pawn. Pawn? You have it all wrong, Tomura. You're so very near and dear to me. The glitch happened. Hold on. After all, you're the next me. So still, All For One is still putting up the thought of like he's next. So what's the play? He did tap the ground though. So what's gonna happen? All For One went from Darth Vader to Palpatine. Quite literally. This is quite literal. It's a rule of 2. It's the Sith. It's really the Sith. Sheesh. I love seeing Shiggy though. I don't think All For One wants his body either. I truly do think he wants him to be his successor, but we don't know what's going on in that old man's head. It's weird. It's really weird. I do love seeing Shiggy though, and that big gigantic smile. The guard tower just decayed into nothing. He tapped that ground. It's Shigaraki and the Nomu. Excuse me. I've pinpointed my real body's location with search, but it's in the deepest level, about 500 meters below sea level. I don't know meters. What's up? What's up? But does he though? I don't know. I don't know. That's the whole thing. I think that's why I kind of like the mystery about it. I don't know. I really can't say. 500 meters to feet, because America hasn't. No, it's stupid. So about a mile underwater. No, I'm stupid. 5,280 feet is a mile, you dingbat. A third of a mile. So it's 1,640 feet. All right, back to the chapter. Search is busted. It is a busted quirk. It is a busted quirk. It's a super busted quirk. 500 meters is about a third of a mile. That's pretty deep. They're gonna wish that they built this thing deeper. All right, so I've pinpointed my real body's location with search, but it's in the deepest level, about 500 meters below sea level. Even if I decayed the structure while leaving my body untouched, the crushing water pressure would kill me. Furthermore, this incomplete body is coming apart. And you see the hand. I require other villains. You shouldn't have left them behind. Zoom. Zooming in. Tartarus, how obnoxious. Bringing Makia alone would have barely helped. Not when they have the resources to respond so decisively. And even if this new body had been perfected, invading from the outside of the prison would still be a tall order. All right. He did say before it would not be easy. It would not be easy for even him to break out of Tartarus. He did say that. I thank God for Google every time I have to convert right. Remember, search also lets you determine an enemy's weak points. That's true. That is true. Pray for the day US converts the... Alright, let me continue. I'm on page 13. Monitoring systems down. We've been hit by some sort of EMP attack. That was on the first page that we saw. System backup in 3 seconds. Wait, but how? The inmates should have no way of knowing the system's down. That old man. If that old man knows. Ooh, they popped the cell doors. They popped the cell doors. Even I would have a tough time struggling against this particular god. No, you can't get out at all. You were mostly right, All Might. That is, unless my operation both inside and out was coordinated and in sync, as if through a shared awareness. Is that him standing up at the end of the hallway? Is that him standing up at the end of the hallway? Who's the figure standing up at the end of the hallway? You see that behind the smoke? Page 14. This is gonna be freaking fire. 15, top of 15. Systems not coming back up. The cell blocks are unlocking from the inside. All for one. He's been around the block a few times. Suppression squads move in, subjugate inmates in all cell blocks. Regulations state that any inmate who steps through the door must be... Damn. Damn. Fire! Fire! 16! Muscular! Oh my gosh. Zooming in. Like those pea shooters could kill me. Now where's the exit out of this hell? I'm bound for paradise. Oh my goodness. Next page. Moonfish? Damn it, just when? Who's this next to Moonfish? Killed him. Skewered him. Skewered him. Moonfish is just killing people. The system isn't responding to quirks. What's the world coming to? Who's this girl? She's looking at this cell. Who are we looking at? Who are we looking at? Who are we looking at? All right, so the kid with the black hair was someone new. Or is it no? Is that Chisaki? Is this Chisaki? No. Yes. I see a flat. I see like there's no arm in that sleeve. There's no arm in that sleeve. That's Chisaki. He's saying boss. I wonder if he feels like since he's been in jail, the only way that the boss will let me finish the chapter. Wait a sec, we ain't going anywhere without the bridge. Oh, give me a break. I'm dying to set foot in the world of the free and the living. If it's freedom you desire, then submit to me, my brethren, and bear witness to my side. And bear witness by my side, excuse me. Shigaraki? 19. This impending void era will give rise to a more perfect demon lord. This will be the story of how I became the greatest demon lord of all. This man's is holding, he's got the life support system. Dude, he's got the life support system hovering as he's walking around. So, what did he say Shigaraki was going to be? He said, Shigaraki, you're going to be the next me. But All For One is saying he's going to be the perfect demon lord. I love how All For One is repeating Deku's line. This will be the story of how I became the greatest demon lord of all. This is a really, really good chapter. It's hella cheesy. We know that All For One can be cheesy. We do know that. What you guys saying? All For One wants Shigaraki to continue his reign. That's where I want to go back through the chapter, because if we're not paying attention, it can, like, it's confusing because there's two different entities saying different things. So that's why I went back. Inside, in the memories, or inside of their head, not the memories, excuse me. All For One is saying, like, is that All For One, or is that like, he's saying that you're so very near and dear to me, after all, you're the next me. I need you to, like, relax. You need to recover. The regeneration's not working. I need you to be good. But then at the end of the chapter, he's completely, like, contradicting himself, right? Because he's saying, I'm gonna be the next, like, I'm gonna be the next demon lord, right? So, like, I'm like, which one is which? Because, like, I'm still, like, you guys introduced this to me last chapter. I never picked up on this. It wasn't until last week when we read 296 that I realized it. So it's like, who is talking? Like, at this last panel, page 19, is this is All For One talking, I would assume, because this is his body. But that's All For One, like the man All For One. So, and what it feels like, if we're using this chapter as, like, the basis, what it feels like is, since Shigaraki has the regular quirk, since Shiggy has, no, that's All For One. Shiggy has the shaky text bubble. Yeah, but I think this chapter is showing us that there's two different entities called All For One. I'm trying to figure out which one is which. Is Vestige For One the one talking to Shigaraki on page 11, or is that All For One? Like, is that Vestige For One talking to him, or is that All For One? And at the end, is this, like, I want to say that this is All For One. It's weird. I'm so, like, out of the loop on this because I think this is so fresh in my brain. Like, the thought of two different entities, like, speaking at the same time. That's what's throwing me off. I wish I had more time to stew on this, but I don't. So I'm trying to like I'm working it out with y'all right now. Because it's a clear contradiction. It seems like a contradiction of what he was saying in the middle of the chapter to what he's saying now. It's the vestige because you can see them in the vestige world. That's okay. It's almost like All For One's plan was always to take over Shiggy's body or become the Demon Lord. And then he convinced himself that he was training a successor so that his vestige would speak that way to Shiggy. That's interesting. I think what I was initially, before I confused myself, what I was initially going with is that we know that All For One has a copy of the quirk All For One. And we know that Shigaraki has All For One, the actual quirk. We know that. All For One said that himself. Dr. Garaki said that himself. So what I'm like leaning under is the same thing that's going on with Deku, is that like Vestige for All, the actual quirk All For One, has accepted Shigaraki. That's what it seems like, and it seems like All For One still having a piece of this quirk is what's meddling with it. It does feel like maybe the Vestige for All is trying to move forward and it can't because All For One still has a way in. I just wrote it off as Vestige for One was All For One's true intentions, while All For One was just what he needed to get Shigaraki on his side. That could be it. Why would All For One get quirks that are well suited for Shiggy if he was going to take his body anyways? I don't know. I truly do think it's we're in the case of kind of like All For One. Would we say it mutated? Would we say it mutated? I was thinking that last week. Like, what if All For One mutated and All For One is trying to bond with Shigaraki, and because like, you know, it's very likely All For One declared that statement to every other prisoner in sight so that Shiggy would be released of his control. I think it's possible that I do think that All For One probably is saying this to the rest of the prisoners. I don't think he's saying this to Shigaraki. I wonder if my hero will make another Greek reference, since All For One will have the same fate as Kronos, because All For One technically swallowed his son Shigaraki. Milton? No, it's very likely All For One declare that statement. Yep. So Shiggy will be released of his control. Possibly. It would be nuts if All For One then made Shigaraki kill him and then have him set the stage. That would be cool. That would be crazy. People are already making memes of Deku's on the Brazzers couch with the villains he beat behind him. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be crazy. This impending Void era. He's already named the era. Now that they've broken out of Tartarus, he's calling it a Void era. I've confused myself, y'all, with Vestige for All. I'm gonna have to reread these chat. Matter of fact, your boy went ahead and just like bought this stuff, so I have all these volumes to read. Oops, that's 293. So let's pull up 296. 296, I'll put it over here. I'm just trying to investigate what the man was saying. Bruh, I did buy it. This meme, that junk is hilarious. This is interesting, man. Like I'm so stuck on this. Like this All for One on page 11 looks so kind and caring. But then you get the zoom out and you just see the control over Shigaraki. Let me go back to the beginning of this chapter. Oh, wrong arrow key. I meant that if the prisoners, after hearing that Shigi killed a new supposed demon lord, that cement him as a new successor. Yeah, I think that would be crazy if next chapter, that's what All for One did. Like All for One killed himself. That level, yeah, that big stupid grin on his face, right? I'm inspired. I know Dexter said earlier, I want to know what her quirk is, because she's literally in the same frame. This chick is in the same frame as Muscular, Moonfish, Chisaki, Shirakumo / Kurogiri, and All for One. So how crazy does she have to be for her to be in the mix? How crazy does she have to be in the mix? She's got to be the S level if she's on that floor, right? It's the lowest. It's the lowest floor. It's the lowest floor. So she has to be crazy. All right. I'm on page 10. I'm rereading all this All for One dialogue. It's some energy. Let me get there. But you're the one who said to give my body a break. Yes, after I do what I must, to my body give it back. Oh, but wasn't it you who desired my power? Spat upon the world that didn't do so much as extend a helping hand. And you desire the strength to make good on your hatred. This is the result of your powerful will. You brought this all about, and isn't that what really matters? He's not wrong. Shigaraki is the one that pushed stuff through. All for One in the background. I won't be your stinking pawn. You have it all wrong, Tomura. You're so very near and dear to me. After all, you're the next me. I've pinpointed my real body's location with search, but it's in the deepest level at about 500 meters below sea level. Even if I've decayed the structure while leaving my body untouched, the crushing water pressure would kill me. Furthermore, this incomplete body is coming apart. I require other villains. Tartarus, how obnoxious. Bringing Makia along would have barely helped, not when they have the resources to respond so decisively. And even if this new body had been perfected, invading from the outside of the prison would still be a tall order. I'm just trying to read all of his lines. Even I would have a tough time struggling against this particular god. And someone did mention in the chat, he's speaking of Tartarus. No, you can't get out after all. If it's freedom you desire, then submit to me, my brother, and bear witness by my side. This impending void era will give rise to a more perfect demon lord. This will be the story of how I become the greatest demon lord of all. She might have a text that, you said page 16, let's go back. Or 15, 17. Zoom in on her. It sounded like there was like pounding on the door. The system isn't responding to quirks. Yep. Two-toned hair. You think that gives off any signs? I'm zooming in on the top of 18. It is some sort of energy quirk. How crazy would it be if All For One took over Tartarus and that became home base? How crazy would that be? I'm still trying to wrap around like the difference in personalities between these two. A few people on Twitter were saying she was Ares' mom while theorizing. My hero has a lot of Greek references, like Deku being Zeus because of his tendencies cut and being weakened like Deku's arm. That would be a major flex for All For One. Yeah, it would. If he were to cause a prison break, no. She erased her dad, and then the daughter abandoned her, and the last we hear of her is that something that the boss said about my stupid daughter did was just like abandon her child, this, that, and the third, yada yada, like stuff like that. But we don't hear of her ever again. Possibly, I don't know. And we wouldn't be able to tell just from quirk alone, because Ares' quirk is a mutation, so we have nothing to go off of. All For One's throwing me off with this. It does seem we don't know enough about All For One. We don't know enough about All For One to know if this is how he would talk. We know he's very but we can't theorize with Ares' quirk because Ares' quirk is a mutation. It's completely different than both of her parents'. That's the only reason why. Right? That's the only reason why. Ares' quirk, they said, was completely different from her mother or her father. So I don't think just because she has like an aura with her quirk, we can't use that. That would be easy, but we can't use that as all right, Valoni. I know it's late for you. Interesting. I'm really trying to figure out this All For One thing, man. I'm very intrigued by it. Like, we know All For One is very like sarcastic. Everything he does is for a reason. Everything he does is for a reason. I doubt she cut her hair being in the prison and everything. True. Could this man be putting could he be putting this on a stage? Like setting the stage in front of all of these in front of all the inmates to have Shigaraki kill him? Could that be the case? And then Shigaraki is the one that is in control. I don't know. Could it be? I don't know. It would be crazy. It would be crazy if that happened. It would be crazy. But I kind of do. I don't think it might happen, because I truly do think, I said it last week, but I truly do think that Shigaraki is going to get his next big character development thing when he kills All For One. It will be like the final thing that makes him become the big bad, right? No strings pulling him, nothing. Still the influence of the quirk, but he'll probably have that in check. So another 2 seconds of a trailer, and that's now 6 seconds of trailers added up. We're making progress. I can't wait for that movie. All we really got was that's funny. That's funny. I'm so intrigued. It's just the difference of how All For One sounds. I really didn't notice it until you guys said it last week. How like All For One's been contradicting himself for a long time now. It really does feel like that. Vestige for one and All For One. I kind of like the idea of, since Shigaraki has All For One, the actual quirk, that the quirk is trying to bond with him and accept him, and All For One is kind of like perverting it because he still has a piece of it and he's able to worm himself in. That's why it kind of looks like a parasite's infecting Shigaraki. I don't know. Well, I kind of like what everyone else has been saying too. We're in this nice little gray area, kind of like this void era that All For One is mentioning. Makes me wonder if the All For One vestiges, One For All, excuse me, if the One For All vestiges are kind of like that as well. It feels that way. These quirks feel very similar. They really do. They feel more similar now than ever. Especially having this vestige for one. This is confusing. having this vestige for one like introduce itself and talking, it feels more like One For All than ever before. Moonfish is gross. I wonder if Rappa is there too. That's a good question. It's possible Rappa could be there. Now, what we don't know is who touched the ground. Was it Shigaraki that did it, or was it All For One that did it? Because if we look at page 11, Shigaraki's hand looks kind of normal when he touches the ground. And then on 12, when you look at his right arm again, it seems like from the decay, the arm exploded. So I wonder if Shigaraki did it, or if All For One or Vestige for One, whichever one did it, if he did it. And I do wonder how they're going to complete his body. I'm pretty sure how are they going to complete his body? Right? You know, like how are they going to complete? Because he's stuck at 75%. Well, One For All's only difference to All For One is that it can't steal quirks. Everything else is the same, right? It can't forcibly steal another person's quirk. Pretty sure Vestige for One. If they still overhaul his quirk, they can heal both of them. That's right, because it would be a deconstruction and a reconstruction. That's right. Holy crap. That's totally right. That's totally right. I agree. That would make them too OP. even though All For One is already OP, Having Overhaul's deconstruction and reconstruction would be even crazier on top of everything else. I feel like Shirakumo might actually begin to affect how Kurogiri reacts. You see his goggles in the panel showing him in prison. I do think that it's the only thing. I don't know how well they could use it. I could possibly see, because what it seems in this chapter of villains getting out of their cells, I see a Chisaki that is not the same as the Chisaki we were introduced to. We saw as much as that when Shugi and Compress took his arms. Excuse me. That he started to fracture and change. So we have a Chisaki that's been locked up, reflecting on everything that he's reflecting on everything that he did, possibly realizing how far he went. You never know what some time in a cell, right? You never know what some time in a cell could be. Plus, exactly what you're saying, Pempy, that the only way the boss is waking up is if Chisaki reconstruction, because when he did whatever he did to him, he reconstructed him incomplete so that he'll never wake up, probably until he was done with whatever he was doing. So if Chisaki then becomes like the lich pin, is that what it's called? The lich pin of this whole little prison arc thing, and if All For One's like his quirk would be useful for this, we possibly could see if Stain is in here too, we could possibly see a Stain and Overhaul team up, and then we make our way to Shirakumo. Right? We make our way to Shirakumo, and Shirakumo teleports us away from everybody. And that's how we get Chisaki away? So he doesn't get his quirk taken? I don't know. I'm dodging. I don't know. Out of everyone here, out of everyone here, Chisaki is the one that's going to be the biggest liability for Shige in this group. I agree. Imagine Muscular and Overhaul jumping Deku. I think Overhaul probably is going to go through a change of I think Overhaul's probably going to go through a change of heart. Plot twist: Chisaki heals Deku. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that. It'll be interesting, but I don't know how to feel about that. I need some time to sit on that one. Just random. You could drum up a story for Chisaki. You totally could. Because almost a lot of the villains, I'm not putting any stock in anyone fixing Deku's arms anytime soon. I don't think either. I think he would still hate Izuku for stopping him. I think so too, unless I don't know. We would, like, I'm pretty sure Hori would have to like write in some stuff or something. I don't know. I do think you'll probably still be mad that he was stopped. I don't know. It would have to be the whole I hate Shigaraki more than I hate you, so I'm gonna help you. Yeah, I can see that. Unless Deku is some kind of self-healing quirk. I don't know. I could see that. I hate Shigaraki more than I hate you, so I'm going to help you. I could see that. We all know if Deku were to get his arms healed, he's gonna do it again. We know. The boy's gonna break them things again. We know he's gonna do it. He would get a new lease on life and drive down the same road again. He would. Um, this was a really good chapter. This was a really good chapter. Gigas. That's why I'm still banking on Deku's Shattered Arms being the thing that pushes him more. I think so. I think it will be. It didn't happen the first time, but this time it's much more severe and it's as worse as the doctor said. So that would be the reason. Gigas, his design was pretty cool. The man has 12 arms. It looked like he had 12 arms. I was trying to count them things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on one side. And those Nomu bodied him. Those Nomu bodied him. Let me look at 12. Okay, so when he destroyed the guard tower, he destroyed all of the robots as well. Also, so this panel on 13, the bottom of 13, is totally, it's all for one releasing energy, busting these doors open, right? Because I was like, who's this ominous person? Yeah, because he's like, the enemy should have no way. And of course, All For One would know. So that's, of course, this is All For One cell. Okay. We're the 100 head guide to help Zeus fend off. That's cool. That's a cool design. Or using that. I would be so scared to see Nervous. So scared to see Nervous. I would be so scared to see Muscular at the end of a hallway. Seeing Muscular at the end of a hallway, I'd be shook. Like, oh no! He's on me. I'd be so nervous. Plus Moonfish. This is like a worst case scenario. This man's just salty. This man was like, damn, just this dude right here on the left on 17, he's like, just when these doors open, this piece of trash kills me. Moonfish, man, that's gross. Everyone is happy for a new villain waifu. I see. Why not? All For One. I do like how All For One essentially is using the Force to hold up his life support like respirator thing. Yes, I am. He's using the Force to hold up the respirator. I can't wait. 24th is next Sunday, right? Yeah, okay. Pempy, I was just about to ask. Toga's in the wind. I wonder what she's up to. Midnight is gone. I need a new wife to fill the void in my heart. We don't have many female villains. No, we don't. Damn, I can't wait till next week. Next week, don't cut away, Hori, please. Don't cut away, Hori. Let us stay right here for a little bit and then you could cut away. Don't just start us off somewhere else, please. Please, Hori. I never seen a dude look so weak but cool at the same time. Like he's floating his life support. His own life support and he's floating it. Toga just got replaced. Time she joins the heroes. Demon Lord. This impending void era will give rise to a more perfect Demon Lord. This will be the story of how I become the greatest Demon Lord of all. It's funny because both All For One and All Might are on 1%. Basically, they both should be dead. If we're being honest, they both should be dead. If we're being very honest, they both should have died in their first fight. But they're still ticking. I wonder too, why is he holding on to this guard? Possibly to raise the bridge. You never know. Maybe the guard has a quirk. Making my prediction now, All Might dies within the next 5 chapters. Do I bet the over or do I bet the under? I think I agree. That's it. That's if. Probably chapter 300. Oof. 3 chapters from now. That would be a crazy way to happen. Imagine Moonfish. The guard might be the warden / dad of Shiketsu's Interesting. I'm pretty sure All For One would want to keep someone alive. So when he finally makes like not a press conference, but when he releases like well, he doesn't have to release anything, but he probably would make some sort of oh gosh, I scared the hell out of myself. I just scared myself so bad. Just realized Shiketsu and Tartarus have the same outfits. I said that at the beginning. I did say at the beginning when we were going through the chapter, I was like, their uniforms are very similar to Shiketsu, and then I think someone else chimed in, maybe Shiketsu is a military type school after all. That's true. It's very interesting. Trying to pick up only small details. I scared myself because this chair has like a massager in it, and I had the remote in my hand, but I wasn't pressing any of the buttons, and I accidentally tapped the button and it turned the massager on. So that's what happened. I read somewhere that Shiketsu is where a lot of the police in Boku no Hero go to school. That would be interesting. I also think that UA bought some of those robots from Tartarus for the entrance exam. I think so. I think it's possible, or it could be a company, kind of like how we've seen Redestro had a company that he was producing hero equipment for and stuff. It just could be a company that makes those kinds of robots, and both of them, like, they license out. Heard about the new Predator movie with a predator hunting Native Americans. Sounds kind of fire. I'm not sold on anything until I see something, Madman. That last Predator movie sucked. like I'm usually like a good judge of like a movie, and I usually don't pick bad things to see. But I went and I paid my money for that last Predator movie, The Predator, and I was like halfway through the movie, like I want my money back. I've only ever said that like 2 other times. Why use those robots when high schoolers can destroy them easily? Because they got gigantic guns on them. Because these have gigantic guns on them. And these look like the robots, the 0 point robot. The only person that destroyed the 0 point robot was Deku. When he that, I think, right? Am I correct in saying that? These robots look at the these look like the 0 pointers from the entrance exam. And the only person that destroyed one of those was Deku. And we know like Deku has one for all, so of course, like that, like nothing was gonna stand in the way of that punch. He swung with 100% with that one. So I think these things are sturdy as hell. Shigaraki / All For One is gonna make them Shigaraki and All For One is gonna make them look like fodder because of the decay. They got that Thule on them. Yeah, they blasting. Momo and Todoroki destroyed multiples of them on the race. What race? Like the beginning of the sports festival race? I don't. There was the sports festival, like the first thing from the sports festival, like the race, the one that Deku came in first place on before the Momo fired a cannon at one and Shoto just froze it. Yeah. Right, Todoroki froze them. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but it didn't destroy them though. That's the whole thing. Deku bodied that big boy. They got the cannon on them though. Because in page 3, they unloading. In page 3, they are unloading. And I would say that like these are getting destroyed, but the things that are attacking them are Nomu. Right? The things that are attacking them are the Nomu, so that's not out of the ordinary or the norm. We know how strong these what did he call them at the I just closed out the last chapter too. Like they gave them a name last chapter. Near high ends. Like they're close to being high ends. They're not quite there yet. So I can like those high ends, near high ends destroying these robots, I'm cool with. I can't believe I really did. Well, we don't know. I'm assuming the bottom right is Stain. But I can't believe I called all of these right on this page 6 when we first got here. I can't believe I called them all right. Moonfish, Muscular, New Girl, Chisaki, Stain, Shirakumo, and All For One. They ain't got the intelligence, but they got the strength. All right. I called that. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, boy. Tap on the back. Pat on the back. Proud of myself. Gotta go watch yeah, I want to go watch Attack on Titan too. I want to go watch Attack on. Is it up? Is Attack on Titan up? I want to go watch Attack on Titan. What's interesting to me, the Warhammer Titan. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is up now. I think what's cool, this page 11, when we see like All For One or Vestige for One saying like you're the next me. It's like we get this conversation. We see how sincere he looks, but then at the same time, he has Shigaraki so bound up. But you know, right, Dexter? It's ruined. People don't want to hear it, Who Shigaraki smiling like this? Who does that remind you of? I'm telling you, those kids are the two sides of the same coin. Those kids are two sides of the same coin. I think that's written really well. I like that. Those kids are two sides of the same coin. Shigaraki really does look like Deku in that panel. No, it doesn't, Madman. It does not. I 2000% disagree. Overlord CGI was in fact really bad. Attack on Titan, not even close. I'll just post it on the Facebook where they be interested. I haven't seen it. Fate Discord. Oh, I think you're right. Oh, I'll have to take a look at that later. I'll take a look at that later. That looks cool. Thank you, Rock. I'm very intrigued by this. I'm very intrigued by this. All for One. Very intrigued by this. I don't have anything else to offer this chapter. I don't. Yeah, you see it the most when they look identical as children. Like Kid Shigaraki looks a lot like Kid Deku. Imagine if Shigaraki just had an Inko. Right? That's what sucks. Well, that's real life too. You can imagine if you had a different person in your corner than what you had. I don't have anything else to offer, guys. Usually we'd be talking for hours. I don't have anything else to offer. This was one of like it opened a lot of doors, but I don't know how many times I can just keep like trying to look at these two panels, these couple of panels with All For One and Shigaraki, and try to like talk my way through like a discovery. I can't. We learned about Tartarus, how it, like the structures, the Bronze Gate. There's guards, and the guards got the Nomu took care of the guards. We know that it goes 500 meters down. It's 5 kilometers off the mainland. Seemingly the guards have similar uniforms to Shiketsu. They literally are almost identical. Shiggy is a man-child. I remember after he beat Redestri, he had that dumb look on his face when the light bulb popped up. Just what it's just like what happens next from here. Will All For One have an all-out attack, or will they wait and recover? Who knows? I think All For One, if All For One just like, if we do retreat and we go hide, I do think we go hide away somewhere. I don't think he instantly attacks. Just for the, because it just, I don't know, it just seems like he wants Shigaraki to bear witness to this. So I think he's going to try to find a way for Shigaraki to recover and heal. Because even if you notice, like whenever he like made note that Shigaraki's body was falling apart, he never mentioned anything about like discarding of Shigaraki or anything. He just said, I need other villains. Like essentially he's saying I need more help. He's not like, that's the one thing he's not saying he's going to discard of Shigaraki's body or anything. So I do think he's probably gonna chill a little bit. He's gonna do enough to keep things like kind of chaotic. Wait for Shigaraki to recover, and then either attempt to move some. I don't know. And this is where we just end up in the I don't know, because I don't think there's any way to tell what the hell's going on. Because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have guessed that the prison break. I would have thought the prison break would have been like a whole couple of chapters. But Shigaraki and All For One, All For One and All For One big brain this thing. Ow, you piece of crap. That hurt. Big brain this thing. And kind of like have like broken out. Now we still could get some shenanigans on Tartarus that are happening. You know what? This is the question I'll ask. Do you see My Hero ending and Hori doing a part 2? Who's gonna stop Muscular from going after Deku? Nobody. Or if All For One says don't go after Deku. I'm pretty sure All For One could say don't go after Deku, and if Muscular tries to do it, you could kill him. I do think that would be an easy task. Or take his quirk. We might see Deku waking up from a bad dream or dying. Possible. They still need Deku alive, though, for One For All. That's true. I think he might move the Seinen. They can make the story more darker. My Hero's gonna forever be a shonen. There's not anything he could do about it. Forever be a shonen. Trump's not letting it go. This will be the story of how I become the greatest demon lord of all. This isn't All For One's first time mimicking the hero of the story. He mimicked Nana, mimicking Deku. He mocked All Might. So this is not out of his wheelhouse. Something that he does. I'm not sure if this it feels like Hori might do a part 2. Do a Shippuden. It feel like that could be possible. It's just what event would he leave off on? There are darker stories than My Hero and Shonen Jump. Before he wanted to make the story darker, he can. I think that's more so up to like his editors and stuff that try to keep him on a certain path. It's the reason why I like the story at the beginning of My Hero. Excuse me. You guys probably heard that. Excuse me again. It wasn't as dark as because his first editor didn't let him dip into that lane. But My Hero could get more darker. I think the aftermath, seeing all of the carnage and everything, I think the darkest this story has been is just the thoughts of seeing what was done to Eri. There's probably darker, but that's the first thing that pops into my brain because of how old she was. And then there's like a bunch of dark things that happen. Like last chapter was very sad and dark. I wonder if we'll get a part 2. It could be possible we get a part 2. Or he said the final arc is going to be brutal. Really? Ow, I bit my lip. It's fun, Madman. I was playing it last night. It's fun. Even though I'm not good at rhythm games, like I think Guitar Hero is about the furthest I've got. Never did DDR, none of that stuff. And it's harder for me. Like I could do normal, but hard mode on a keyboard, I can't do it. It's fun though. It is fun. Yeah. Really bit the hell out of my lip. That hurt. I don't have anything else to offer this stream. I don't. This is the first time in a while we're gonna be, well, we've been streaming for an hour and 22 minutes, so we're not in and out. But it's the first time that like I'm tapped out this early in like a good 2 months. We usually like go into well into 2 hours. I think this chapter was like very clean and cut. It was very clean and cut. Like, this is what's happening. Yeah. Bang, 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 bang. All that. Cool though. Counter Quark maximum security special prison. Don't you think it's a little crazy that they didn't realize that there was a code red until Gigas and until Gigas had to say something? This long bridge and not one security measure went off at all. Or maybe they have been dealing with it. Usually that's how it works in anime though. It was a 5 kilometer think well, that is true. We do have a radio waves quirk that is so that could work. That could work. Dexter's not wrong either. That's just how anime works. But like Shiggy Vestige for one. Vestige for one. They do have a radio waves quirk. That is true. What do overhauling this chick do? All right, so a few questions that I have, and we'll end the stream there. What's All For One up to, of course. What is overhauling this chick? What is she gonna do? And what's the deal with Vestige for one and All For One? Like, in addition to the first question I asked. DC once again letting us down. I don't know. How was the party? It was really good. Thank you for asking, Rock. Really good. She had a blast. 5-year-old. 5. She turned 5. Really cool. She took the time to stop and free overhaul. They might know each other. Yeah, I can see that. She did take the time to stop though. We haven't seen any other doors that have been shut. It seems like his door was shut. Isn't it a mite? What's up, Estat? That the guard. It isn't a mite that the guard is holding / demon. Okay, it wasn't a mite. I've been calling it now since we got the same guard in 2 panels a while back. He couldn't open himself. I think that's why. I was turning around. So I think it wasn't a my. I think it was just like very just like not can I'm what's the word I'm looking for? Like it was like he looks like he's wearing a like the uniform he's got on looks like it's from Shiketsu. So even if you don't know his name, you instantly think of Shiketsu, and then if you think back, it's like, oh, one of the kids from Shiketsu. Maybe his dad worked. It was just I don't know. I think it was very clear. For me, I picked up on it instantly. Well, he is kind of booty cheeks. Inase and Kami are cooler characters than him. But he did get a lot of shine though whenever he was up in the stands after the second part of the exam was starting. So he did get a lot of shine. We don't know where he's at. Like we don't know. Do we? We kind of don't know where he stands. I would assume he got his provisional license. I would assume that he eventually got his provisional license. Hopefully he got his provisional license. So we kind of don't know where he stands. So it'd be interesting to have him introduced back into the story. Because we can have him introduced like my dad was out there. They have my dad or they killed my dad. Wasn't Seiji with Nagamosa? Ooh, that's a good thing to go back and look at Dexter to see where he was. Possible. What chapter started the beginning of this arc? The beginning of the raid? I don't remember. Seiji was in a single panel with Inase and Kami. The hero they were with was in this arc though, so they were somewhere in the battlefield. We just never got an update back with them. Okay. Mikasa has a typical Japanese woman's haircut. They all cut their hair short like that. It's very common in Japan, so Isayama went with that for her. Nagamasa wasn't there, but a cat guy similar to the Shiketsu uniform was there. I'm gonna have to reread this arc. I have to. So much happened. I'm gonna have to reread this arc. I'm so totally gonna have to, because I do feel like we're about to start getting into like the bag of there's a lot of these other characters that are on the side. And they were confirmed to be in such and such place, and if you paid attention, it makes more sense to you. I'm gonna have to reread this arc. I really am. I wonder, check my girl Lewis is, and I think you'll learn in the next episode why. I wonder if they can stop the transfer of Giten and Redestro if they aren't there already. I don't think they're there yet. I don't think they're there yet. If I'm just headcanoning this, I would think that 246. Okay, I'll go back. If I'm headcanoning this, I think that this chapter is happening the same night that last chapter happened. So the whole war happened throughout the morning and the day, and then that night they came here. I don't think any time has passed, so I don't think they were transferred to Tartarus yet. I don't think any time has passed. So I do think now it would be crazy if All For One took over Tartarus and then Tartarus became home base. That would be kind of crazy. I think that would be kind of crazy. 246. Let me go to 246. It's 27. I'm going wrong. 246. He did say that. He did say, matter of fact, the words he said was, why do they think that they have tomorrow promised to them? That's exactly what he said. Great fighter, dialogue unique, and solid comic relief. I gotta give him some more time. I've never really put any stock into him. I don't think there is anywhere to put this completely. Like, I like this little panel. Because wasn't that I was saying last week that because that was me that was me like saying last week that they might use Tartarus to house prisoners because there wasn't enough room, and probably not enough room in all of Japan to house 17,000 people at the same exact time, to book them all at the same time. But now that Tartarus is destroyed that night, there is nowhere right? There's nowhere for anyone to go. Like, what do we do? I think that would be a cool arc. I think it would be really cool if All For One took Tartarus. And then we do what Julian said. We can get an arc of the heroes raiding Tartarus. The heroes trying to raid the place they made unraidable. Anyways, it's just me glowing being salty after theorizing, spamming about Senji for a year straight. Dope chapter though. Can't wait for Yoshi though to come back too. It wasn't a popularity blow. I wonder what the 130. I wonder what they're doing to Matt Pep, right? This arc is just a highlight of. This arc just highlights all the problems with. Yeah. It does. It really does. It really, really does. Do you think Stain will escape or stay and be released by the Hero Commission to fight villains? I think he'll get out. I think he'll get out. Like it all depends on what state is Tartarus left in post this breakout. Do the villains just evacuate Tartarus completely, and then like the Hero Commission, they show up, assess all the damage that's been done? But I don't know. I think the hero I can see, because we know the Hero Commission is doing some shady stuff behind the scene because of what we've seen with Hawks. So I could see them popularity polls don't matter to me anymore after they put Shindo out of Shiggy, right? I agree. But what was I saying? I can see them pulling like a Suicide Squad thing. Contracting some people to do some of their dirty work. Telling Stain, you keep a low profile, you let nobody see you. You get this done for us, we might take something off of your sentence. Do you think Japan might have foreign heroes or villains move villains to some other countries? I don't know how the moving villains part would work unless the villains came to Japan. Stain not doing that. I don't know how the villains part would work unless the villains came from another country, came to Japan, committed some crimes, and had crimes in another country, and then they can't do anything with them here, so they send them back to where they came from, kind of like how the real world does it now. But bringing in more heroes from different parts of the world could be something that could happen. They're running through Japan, ain't no heroes coming. Yeah, they running through Japan, ain't no heroes coming through and stepping up the 2 all-for-ones. I don't know what country will willingly take Gigan inside their borders after this. I agree. Dexter. I think he'll be really an easy ally. I can see Gentle becoming like a part of the hero commission in an unofficial capacity. Then probably fighting the villains while escaping. I can see that. I would like that. I quick theory like came up in my brain that what if like Chisaki just wants to get to his boss, because that's the first thing he was thinking of now he's outside of the cell, and he wants no parts of this, and Stain probably doesn't want any parts of this either. So like the two of them could possibly like fight their way through Tartarus, stumble upon Shirakumo / Kurogiri, and through that he warps them out of Tartarus and away from all of this garbage, and then they're free in a sense. And that's just something I'm coming off the top of my head, not really thinking too much. What's up, JJ? Overall one is daddy. We're gonna say you're gonna keep on. I want to know how society is gonna how are they gonna address all of this? What are gonna be the repercussions? I still got 246 pulled up. I want to look at where all the villains are. I mean, all the students are. I think that they'll team up just to get out of Tartarus alive with Shigaraki, and then split off after home free. Think so. Just like say that they're down with the call. I don't see Stain doing that. Hell no. I don't see Stain doing that unless Stain, because we do know. Matter of fact, wasn't Stain and All for One in the same exact cell, or did they move them? Stain and All for One were in the same, or were next to each other, weren't they? Yeah, Stain and Shigaraki don't get along. Shirikuma breaking these things out. I could see that. I could see that. I don't see Stain like working with agreeing with anybody. Give me Rappa. Rappa's that dude. Alright, so I'm looking at 246. There's Tokuyami. There's all those heroes. There's Ida. There's Jiro, Gangorka. Okay, Wash. Momo. 1B. Look. There's Shirakumo. There's Shindo. Yeah, they are right there. Shinji. Kami. Inasa. They're all there. Did we ever figure out what this tree was in this panel? We never figured out what that was, right? Does Muscular have a missing hand on page 16? It kind of looks like it. It just looks like a lump of flesh, right? As an American, I think Dexter reads Vigilantes. It looks like Muscular just has like a big mound of like flesh. Did he punch at Deku with his left arm? That was his left arm or his right arm? It was his right arm, right? I was gonna say, did Deku do some damage to the boy? I don't know. I'm not sure. It could be like a missing hand. We don't know. Or it could just be the muscle that just like, thinking about Muscular is nasty. Just like muscled up around his fist. I don't know. Do not bring 2 all-for-ones to the US, please. Excuse me again. I pulled up 246. Did we ever figure out what this tree was? In the panel above Gran Torino? I'm gonna explain that the US's crime rate is higher because they don't limit public court use and they have a higher population. That makes sense. That makes sense. I can close this chapter. I think to symbolize the passing of time. Okay. Japan has the lowest across the world, but they're the only major nation that limits public pork use. And they also had an All Might just running around all of Japan as well. So that helped. "100% seeing Deku was a real hero, sacrificing himself to fight Shiggy." Oof, we're dropping frames. We're dropping frame. I think that's it. I think my internet is letting to know. Like in the US, we see students flying to school regular. Really? I read the first chapter of Vigilantes, and I kind of want to stream it, to be honest. But I think my internet is telling us, yeah, we're buffering. I think my internet is ending the stream. I was gonna end the stream 20 minutes ago, but the internet totally is like, yeah, get off, we're done. So I'm gonna sign out. Thank you guys. I've dropped about 2,700 frames in 30 seconds, so that's fun. So yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. Sucks because we were just getting our stride going too, getting some stuff talked about. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for the likes on the stream. I appreciate that as well. I missed it. What are we streaming? Internet's like, nah, you're done, son. You're done. So I'm gonna listen. You don't have to act up anymore, internet. I'm gonna listen. Never mind. Internet won't let me live. So yeah, we'll be back here next Sunday for My Hero. I'll be back throughout the week doing random things. I may hop back on a little bit later today because I'm trying to like start some stuff on the channel for the new anime season, and I'm behind. So keep your eyes open. We might go live again. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, peace out, everybody. I'm about to go watch Attack on Titan and just enjoy it. Eat my food and watch the episode like 55 times. I usually watch the Attack on Titan episode like 10 times. I usually put it on, it ends, I restart it, let it go through. That's what I usually do. So yeah, I'm getting it out of here. As you guys can see, I suck at ending streams. So I suck at ending streams. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you all again. I appreciate it. Hopefully tomorrow we can start Tower of God back up again. So with that being said, I'm getting out of here. Peace out.